What's going on? This is Alexander from the Nerd Companion coming at you with the 2024 WWE Bad Blood card predictions. We're going to be doing 2 episodes, one with my boy Lewis and the other with my main man, Kantar. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it. What's going on, y'all? This is Alexander. You are plugged into the Nerd Companion. What's going on, y'all? This is Alexander from The Nerd Companion coming at you with some housekeeping stuff before we get the episode started. You can now watch video versions of the podcast on YouTube at The Nerd Companion. Make sure you throw a like, subscribe to get all of the video content from this point forward. If you do prefer to catch it on the audio side, we are still on Spotify, still on Amazon Music, still on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. I would like to ask a huge favor from all my listeners, my followers, viewers, now that I'm on YouTube, is to throw a like, subscribe, share with a friend via word of mouth, or sharing it through a text message or whatever social media platforms that you use. I would deeply appreciate it. You can follow me on Instagram at _nerd_companion on Instagram for all Nerd Companion podcast updates and shorts. You can also do the same thing on TikTok at _nerd_companion on TikTok. They both post the same content on both Instagram and TikTok. So if you follow one, it's fine. You don't have to follow both. But if you follow both, it's all good. I appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get this episode rolling. This train goes on forever. Stay starving. What's going on, y'all? This is Alexander from the Nerd Companion coming at you with a 2024 WWE Bad Blood ClashCast card prediction episode. I have my boy Lewis.
What's up? What's up?
The master of all of wrestling. This man knows so much about wrestling, from the grand stage all the way down to the independent scene. Lewis, give us... For all the new viewers that are tuning in now on the YouTube platform, give us a quick introduction of who you are if they haven't listened to the previous episodes.
Yeah, sure. Lewis, of course, you know, I worked with Alex, of course, during the night shift. Now it's a little bit different, but I'm still a night shift.
Daywalker.
Right. Been into wrestling since, about 7-8 years old. I know I talk to a lot of people. I always say, back to the Coliseum days. If you don't know what that is, that's actually where wrestling was here in Houston, Texas. I got to see many wrestlers like Demolition, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Roddy Piper,
Ooh,
Bruno Sammartino. Got to see a little bit of him. Coco Beware, Junkyard Dog. I'm going down the line.
Going way back.
We went to see wrestling in your houses back in Summit times, which is now Lakewood Church.
In your house.
Yes, sir, man. Those are the pay-per-views they used to have, and they were just called In Your House, and they would have different backgrounds. It's just say In Your House. And
what a transformation from that, at least from that advertisement platform, like In Your House, to individual names for those events. It's almost crazy to think that was a thing.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy how they've changed, gone to... they always had their Survivor Series, Royal Rumbles, but everything was always like middle card stuff. It was like, like say, In Your House this, In Your House Texas something, In Your House this.
And they would always destroy that set. I remember, what was it, Shawn Michaels, or who was it? I'm pretty sure Shawn Michaels got destroyed in a couple of those.
Yeah.
Like Undertaker.
Yeah, I see some of that too. I know. I forgot who I was talking to at work the other day. I think we were talking about wrestling. I was like, man, I saw it was Mick Foley. But back then he was Chainsaw. I forgot it was Chainsaw Charlie or something like that.
Jesus, one of the greats.
Yeah, along with Terry Funk. and they were fighting the New Age Outlaws, and I remember them throwing them in a trash can, in a big old trash can, and just tossing
The dumpster?
it. Yeah, the dumpster.
Oh,
and
man.
they just threw the dumpster right over the stage.
I remember they got so much heat from that. I couldn't tell if it was kayfabe or for real.
Bro, it was crazy, man. I was like, what? And, I'm like probably about 13, 14 years old, and I'm just going crazy, bro.
Man. How much things have changed.
Exactly, man. I've loved it, just seeing the transition of how wrestling has gone.
Yeah. Scoot over a little bit. There you go.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, man. I got to see pretty much all those little errors that they had. They say the Attitude Era. I saw some of that.
It's funny is that like we, as wrestling viewers and watchers, they say that nostalgia can either make or break how you view wrestling in this new era. But going back and watching Attitude Era, as good as it was so goofy.
Yeah, it was, bro.
It was
a lot of goofy stuff.
I feel like this new era is almost like a mature version of it. Not in the sense that it's like its content is for mature people, but like they're really playing out stories.
Yeah.
Long term. I feel like with the Attitude Era, it was just chaotic and volatile. But yeah, no, I like the way that things are going. Cold question. If you have a person that's like, hey, I'm looking into getting into wrestling, or has even shown the slightest hand that they want to get into wrestling, name top 5 wrestlers that you would tell them, like, hey, look up clips from these top 5 wrestlers that you think would draw them into the game. Whether that would be in talent or like in-ring talent, charisma, whatever the it factor is, like anything that you can think of what makes them unique and interesting and would have engagement as a new viewer. Just give me your top 5 and quick reason why. Like,
man, 5 people I would say check out. I like the Edge. Edge was very. He knew how to change from the heel perspective to the hero perspective.
Yeah.
His gimmicks, they were amazing.
He was really good at.
So I mean, of course, because he was also, like I said, he wasn't only an individual wrestler, but he was a tag. He had tag team with his brother Christian.
Christian.
So I would say check out Edge. I would say Stone Cold was pretty good.
Stone Cold, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if you follow his career as well, from where he started from to where he blew up as Stone Cold Steve Austin, because you'll see the little transition in that as well. And
he was $1 million man after DiBiase.
Oh yeah,
before he got.
And you also get to learn, like I said, he was pretty basic. I would say he had basic moves, but he knew how to perform them so well where people were like, oh wow, ooh, yeah.
He, to me, was the embodiment of the it factor.
Oh yeah.
Like he played towards the everyday man who was grinding and just had enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of like a work environment. Like if someone's like coming home from work and they're tired of their boss just riding them, and like you could turn on, and Stone Cold was like the person that they probably wanted to be, that was like giving the middle finger to the boss. Not that I would do that if anybody's watching to my boss. I have great management, but like anyone that was just tired of the everyday grind, it was almost like a sense of like release. Like that was their aggression getting out. Like, yeah, maybe in another life.
It's funny too, because like I got to check out some of that Vince McMahon documentary.
Is it good? I'm only on the first
It's
episode.
good.
It's the next
You'll
watch
enjoy
between.
it. So you get to see the whole aspect of where he came from and how he did it, because they talked about Stone Cold, because you had your wrestlers who made the next transition of Attitude Era and everything.
He was the reason why that worked.
He was the reason why, because he came out, did what he had to do. It wasn't the fact of, oh, I hate my boss and everything, but it was like he was what America or the viewers were like, man, that's how I feel. That's, I work at McDonald's flipping fries and I hate my boss.
Yeah.
So, you had somebody to watch, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely the era of rebellion.
And not only that, but it also his lines that he came up with, they just blew
Classic.
up. You know, it basically Stone Cold 316. You know, he came out with that out.
Austin 316 just said I whipped your ass.
Yeah, he came that out because he was in a storyline with Jake the Snake, and at that time Jake the Snake had turned his whole he was character.
Done after that.
Yeah, he was pretty much done. He just turned into the whole religious character at that point. And then of course after that he didn't only have the whole Austin 316 thing, but he also had that because Stone Cold said so. Yeah, those two lines just came out on one pay-per-view, which was like
he had it down. And if you look at interviews, he was like, I had no idea that was going to happen. Like he was just, I just spit something from the cuff, and then all of a sudden it was was law.
And the funny thing is, I don't know if you heard the story, but when he did those promos, of course, we all know wrestling. Our boss and his boss in the background, he was hearing everything. He was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble for this," but he just saw that the crowd responded to it. So it was like, next thing you know, that's my man, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Undertaker, bro, that man right there. You gotta check him out.
This is your third pick?
That's my third. I'd say Undertaker.
So real quick, two current wrestlers. So do two, like if you could choose two,
two
so
current
last
right
two
now.
Make them current wrestlers.
All right,
someone's like, I need to get into I want to start watching today.
Ooh.
Who are you want to start over?
I know. Like I said, I've been watching wrestling such a long time, so I mean, I could give you a list of everybody. To pick 5 is very hard.
Oh, I know.
But current wrestlers, man, I gotta go with my boy Zila Fatu.
Oh, extreme!
If you guys
good.
have not checked out, it is man Zila Fatu, and check him out. He's out there a reality of wrestling
in Houston.
In Houston, of course. He's doing other promotions as well, but he is the son of Umaga.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys don't know who Umaga is, check him out as well. I'm not gonna lie, I was an Umaga fan. People were like, who? Everything, but I was an Umaga fan. It's just something about a dude that big. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And just give you an example.
It's classic wrestling.
In case you do it, but he's kind of like, Jacob Fatu right now. That's kind of like him, right? But Zila is right there, bro.
She's got that rabid energy.
Not only that, but he's transitioned that move to something that looks amazing. The Samoan Spike.
Samoan Spike.
It's not your normal Samoan Spike. It's not that Solo Sokoa. It's not like that. It's just totally different.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. It's like, wow, that move is killer.
I cannot wait to see him grow. Not that he's not growing now, but I feel like we haven't even scratched the foundation of what this guy can do.
And then right now in wrestling, man, who can we say right now, man? It's just so many people that I'm loving. I know everybody's probably gonna say you're picking on the Samoans, but my boy Jay Uso.
Yeah, he's got that energy, dude.
You got to go with him, man.
He's the guy that walks in, like you could be at a mourning funeral and he could walk in and just pick everyone up. I feel like, you know what I mean?
He has that, yeah, bro.
He will. I don't want to use the word electrify because, going back off to the Samoan lineage and stuff like that with The Rock. But I mean, he has the energy to literally, like, you may not even be a Jey Uso fan, but if you're there, you're going to be yeeting.
Exactly.
You're going to be yeeting.
You're going to be yeet. No doubt about that, man.
So those are your 5, huh?
That's who I got to go with, man. Because like I said, it's very hard right now to say it because you see everything going on. But those are the few wrestlers that I see right now that if you watch them, you're like, wow. Like I said, Jay, you got to go back into the Uso brother, that career because he was tag team.
Yeah.
But as you see him transition into the solo career, I'm glad he got his shot. A lot of people are like, why Jay? Because he deserves it, man. This dude's been in wrestling for 14 plus years. And he finally got to a single matches, and he gets his tag now. And like I said, this past Monday Night Raw, he was talking about how people held him back. And I don't think it was that they held him back. It was just he was just learning the business, learning how to make his moves better, and learning how to win the crowd. Because
I think that's the format of the modern WWE era is that they take wrestlers and they kind of put them in a group and they put them in like a mentor system and they teach them, and then once they're ready to fly,
exactly,
they take off.
Like
you see that with
Randy Orton.
You see, definitely Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
You're seeing that with not so much because they're sticking together, but the Terra Twins, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley.
Oh, I'm loving Damian Priest, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. First time I ever saw him, it was like, this dude looks like an Undertaker ripoff. You know, that's what I was thinking at the back of my head. But then, it kind of grew on me, man.
Yeah.
So same thing as Rhea Ripley, man. She at first she started off as this blonde-headed, cheerleader-looking girl in NXT. Then she changed her whole character, and it was just like, okay.
If someone were to come up to me and say they want to watch wrestling, like top 5, I hate it because I just thought of a question before we went live. I didn't even think about it. I think I would have to pick Will Ospreay. Okay. If anyone's gonna I don't want to say anyone that you said. I would have said Zilla Fatu, for probably the same reasons why any Zilla Fatu fan likes, Zilla, is that he's raw, he's rabid with energy, and he's explosive. And he just has a way of connecting with the crowd. He could be a heel, and people would still love him.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I guess I cheated. I guess I did pick one. 2 would probably be Will Ospreay. I think he's very athletic. There's something about... I think he still has a little bit to go with his crowd work and promos and stuff. But in ring work, dude's easy top 5 best wrestler in the industry right now currently.
Yeah.
I would easy. If anyone's watching this and they want to watch anyone, I feel like go pull up any Will Ospreay clips on YouTube or anywhere. You're gonna be amazed at this guy. 2, I have to say AEW Ricochet.
Ricochet. Ah, man, I don't know.
I'm gonna say AEW Ricochet.
I don't know, bro.
No,
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I know we're gonna try to get into this one here, but I don't know, man. I feel like some of his promos right now in AEW,
his promo
kind weak, man.
So I wouldn't put him. Okay, so let's go back.
Wrestling.
The reason why I put them, and I was saying the reasons why you pick them is definitely in ring work. Promos, he's kind of. He needs some work. He needs
a lot of work.
But it's not a strong suit.
Yeah.
Just like there's a couple characters I would say that I would name that's not because of their in ring work, but is because of they have that it factor.
Yeah, they got the it factor.
I would say, damn, I'm not prepared for that question. I'm gonna say, damn.
You got 2 more, bro.
2 more. Jacob Fatu. I'm gonna have to say Jacob Fatu. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface with him either. He's so new. I don't even think he needs to spit any promos. He could just sit there and look at the camera and just not say anything. And they could carry that his whole career. You know what I mean? Last one. I probably have thought of this in my vehicle driving and could think of 20 of them. But now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of it. Let's just get right into it, man.
Yeah, that's cool. We can do it. We'll skip that one. We'll skip that one for another time.
Okay, so WWE Bad Blood 2024 this weekend on Saturday. Card predictions. This card lineup, I'm really excited for pretty much every match on here because there's so many things that I think could happen. But let's open up with the singles match, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor.
Okay.
Their history there, I feel like... I honestly thought that they were going to draw this out to WrestleMania because of the history there. So when they announced this match, because whenever Finn was like I'm not going to fight you now. I'm going to be the guy behind your back with the knife. And I thought they were going to draw this out for 3 months or for 6 months to get to WrestleMania. So we're getting that now. Maybe it's maybe we'll get a rematch. But what do you think? How do you think this is going to go?
I think they will be a rematch, to tell you the truth.
Who do you think is going to win? Or what do you think is going to happen?
This time around, I'm going to say that I'm going to go off the edge and say that these 2 guys will probably see each other maybe 3 times. One going to Priest, one going to Balor. And the last one is going to be a crazy match because I feel that at that point, Finn Balor's going to bring back the Demon.
We're waiting for it.
And the only reason being, man, they've been tossing out all those little Easter eggs left and right, and some of the times, man, they had a couple of times where they're in the Judgment Day clubhouse. And they had this big old, Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor, little picture in the background or something. And it's like, why would that be there?
Is it there?
It's there. There's been a couple of times it's just laying there, and like everybody just touches on that. So I think these guys are gonna meet up 3 times.
Okay.
This time I'm gonna have to go with, I think Finn Balor will win, and being because Judgment Day will interfere.
What?
Yeah.
The Judgment Day will interfere?
The Judgment Day will interfere.
Oh, no.
And
I just don't think that they have I don't think that the Terror Twins have enough power in regard, or at least in numbers, to compete with Judgment Day. If we're looking at man defense here, not playing zone.
You got Damien and then
Jay might step in.
That's rumors. We don't know.
But I don't.
I don't see his character following along with it.
I don't either.
I really
I thought that was like maybe like a little thing there, but I don't. To me, narratively, it doesn't make sense to have Jay intertwined with these people. And the only thing that I feel that Jay has a connection with these two is that they both come from a group that has kind of treated them badly.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing that I can say? But I was really going to just try to steel man you on every one, but I definitely think that Finn Balor is going to win.
Yeah, Finn's going to take this one, and like I said, it's gonna have to be because, like I said, Judgment Day interfered somehow, some way.
Even from like a backstage, like non-kayfabe aspect, I think Finn needs the win to make him relevant. I think having Finn lose doesn't do anything for Finn, and I don't think that Priest needs a win because he's over anyway. Mm-hmm. And I think that they need to create more animosity between the two.
Yeah, well, I think it goes back to, like I said, I just feel like these guys are going to meet up 3 times. Just so happened Bad Blood's the first match. It'll probably go all the way down to Survivor Series. Yeah. And maybe one more time later on.
Probably raise the stakes each pay-per-view, kind of like they did with CM Punk and Drew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, I just feel like somehow, some way, like I said, Finn Balor's going to pull that card out. The Demon's going to have to come out of him.
Any rumors you think is going to happen during this match? Any interesting takes?
I really don't see anything else probably along with that. Really haven't heard too many rumors around the net, should I say.
The interweb webs.
But I just think that's the way it's going to go down. Judgment Day interfere. Somehow, some way, Finn Balor going to pull out the win with the coup de grace.
Coup de grace! Yeah. All right. Next one. Women's Universal Championship. Your queen, Nia Jax, versus Bayley, daughter of Macho Man Randy Savage.
Might as well be, right? Oh, man. That one's a little bit. I want Bayley to win. I do. But I don't foresee this seeing that. I got a weird feeling on this match. We're going to see something where it's going to be Nia Jax and her duking it out. And, of course, man, when you see a Nia Jax match, bro, she totally dominates.
Yeah.
It's she has the size. And like we said earlier, off camera and everything, she'd be the one woman that you see that ring fall apart, if anything.
Yeah, it would have to be her. And I'm trying to think of who else it would be. But we were discussing the Big Meat Classic that happened on Raw.
Monday. But
Braun
yeah,
Strowman,
I would have to say that it's gonna be Nia Jax winning this one, because their storyline has really watered down, to tell you the truth.
Has
I don't think it's blown up as much as it was at first. It's kind of it looks like the storyline is now turned towards the fact that Bayley only won this match because she defeated her best friend Naomi. So
Naomi,
but
that was a good match.
That was a good match, but it went down the way it did.
I think Bayley's gonna win, dude.
You think?
Oh yeah, I think she's gonna win.
How?
I think
How? I'm curious.
With the elbow drop from the top rope. Macho Man style, yeah.
You think any interference or anything on there?
Of course, after the victory.
Oh, I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah, I think Bailey's gonna win, and then Tiffy time will happen. So I think she'll cash in
That would be interesting.
if Bailey wins.
And then Bailey turns her head towards Tiffy
Yeah.
for a rematch.
Yeah, or I mean, Tiffy may not even win. I think it's. Okay.
I think that would be
no
a waste
disrespect.
of a Money in the Bank.
Yeah, well, I mean, the debacle this year with the men's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that was
freaking
horrible.
waste, too. That was. I mean, it was a good pay per view. I mean, it was okay pay per view, but definitely a waste. I definitely did not anticipate that that's how that was going to go at Money in the Bank. But no disrespect to Tiff, I think she's definitely top 5 best performer in the WWE right now, hands down. Anything that she does in any of her matches, I'm always at the end of the match just talking to myself, going like how impressive she is as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she has an amazing crew that that she trusts and makes her looks good, which is a part of the industry. But I definitely feel that Tiff is one of the best performers in WWE today, like hands down.
Yeah.
With that being said, I do not think that they will put the Universal Championship on her. I just don't think. I think they need to build that a little more, simmer a little more. Whether that's through the Money in the Bank turn in or from a story. But I definitely think that Bayley's going to win. If she does intervene, I don't think Tiff will win. I don't think, unless she turns in on Nia at the end, because Nia obviously is treating her like trash.
A backstab. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I mean, just on SmackDown, Nia was grabbing her by the throat.
Nah, I remember seeing that.
Like, as a human being, do not grab me around my throat under any circumstance. Like, I'm gouging eyes out with my thumbs at that point. Like, I don't care if it's just a threatening posture. Like, you're not going to get that close to me, put your hands on my throat. So when I saw it, I was like, how is Tiff letting this happen, bro? I don't know. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, she's being disrespectful. So
I could see that happening. I didn't think about that.
Tiffy has to see it, but I think her character is like playing like the dunce. Or maybe she's playing double agent. She's acting like she's playing dumb.
I could see where possibly Bailey and Nia tear each other up, and next thing you know, Nia can't walk.
Yeah, I would like to say I love what they've done with Yes Boy and Tiffy lining them up. It's like a perfect unification of those characters.
Which is funny because it kind of makes you go back and reminisce to Carmella? Back in the day, I don't know if you remember Carmella.
Well, I will throw in a gentle reminder that I did not get into the new era until about
you gotta check it out.
beginning of last year.
Carmella had a little so to speak associate. I forgot what his name was. He was in NXT as Script. I don't know if you remember that guy, Script. No. You gotta check it out.
I gotta follow you on the history of the WWE.
But yeah, I can see where your prediction is going with that. Yeah.
Do I think that maybe that it could be a better cash in at a bigger event? Yeah, but I don't see why they keep throwing Bailey at Nia. I mean, they definitely have beef, right? They're playing back and forth.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Bailey didn't win, though. I'd be surprised.
Look at.
All right. This one is, I did not anticipate this match going this way. But the Women's World Championship, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, with Dom in a
Shark Tank. Or Shark
Tank.
There you go. I ain't seen one of those in a long time, bro.
Goofy premise. Oh my god!
Like to have
So
him
intense.
hanging from the top of the ring like that, bro. I
Everything comes full circle for Dom.
Yeah, right.
All over again.
It's funny because I thought.
So explain to me what is the reason? What is the reason for having Dom in a cage?
Well, I mean, as everybody who's watched wrestling knows, Dom has pretty much helped out Liv Morgan
Yeah,
most of this championship run.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, let's eliminate that. But
So it's basically to get him out of
so he
can't help.
So he doesn't help.
But
at
that
all.
doesn't.
But it doesn't mean that you got what 3 other Judgment Day people.
And that's my argument.
So,
it's like, okay, you've locked up Dom, but you still have the other Judgment Day, which I can see. Priest getting involved, then Balor back getting involved. Like, it's just going to be like a
I think it would.
war.
I think it would depend on where that match lands. I would say to see if we see Priest and Balor out there.
So here's what I think.
Personally.
Well, I guess it can go either way now that I'm thinking about it. I said Finn Balor wins, which would lead me to say that Rhea Ripley wins this, is to kind of balance it out. But that's just how I'm thinking about it. I'm sure creative at WWE is like, no, we can have all the bad guys win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that so if the reasoning is they're locking Don up so he doesn't interfere, seems like a weird premise because there's other people to get in the way. Sorry, I had a call. I was trying to ignore it. Got distracted. Who do you got to win?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm just like you on this. It's funny because the other day I was talking to my son about the matches and stuff. My youngest, Ezra. Yeah, that's a very common name. Huh?
It seems that way. Maybe we made a mistake.
Right. He was all like, "Yeah, I can see Liv and Rhea tearing each other up, and then Rhea winning. Mommy's gonna win." I was like, "Yeah, but what about the rest of the Judgment Day?" And he was like, "What about them?" I was like, "They can jump in too." He's like, "Yeah, I don't see that, Dad." I was like, "Okay, I guess."
Mommy can smash. So can Damian Priest. They have that energy. You know what I mean? And if Priest loses against Balor, he's going to be fueled by rage.
They go out there.
Yeah, he's going to be like, I'm killing everyone.
And I could probably say that, hey, maybe Rhea will win because everybody's going to be focused on tearing each other up and trying to, and the interference and everything. And I could see maybe Rhea turning it on Liv because she's being careless. Because honestly, nothing against Liv, don't get me wrong. She is very careless. Yeah. As far as like when she's in the match, if you pay attention to that. But man, you know what I would love to see, honestly?
Tell me, brother.
I would love to see Rhea win and out of nowhere have just somebody pop up. I don't know. Just somebody.
Who? You think anyone in particular? Or are you being cryptic on purpose?
Man, I just feel like someone's going to come out that we just haven't seen in a while. In this match in particular.
In a while or for a first time? Oh man, I was thinking you had something in mind.
No, I'm just thinking because they've been dolls backstage.
Oh, you think that they'll get involved? Are we talking about sick individuals?
Yeah.
So you think the Wyatt Six is going to get involved?
I have a weird feeling.
Okay, let's play this out. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, I can see all the...
Not necessarily what you think. Well, no,
happen, like I said,
play the scenario.
All the craziness is going to be going on. Like, so maybe they have Damian Priest fighting Finn and all these other people, and of course, Rhea's over here, and Dom's going to be up there going crazy because he's like he can't get down. He's pretty freaking out because honestly, I don't think he's ever seen a jail cell in his life.
Oh no, he did. He was locked up. He was locked up.
Yeah,
okay. You believe Dom. That beautiful mustache and mullet. Don't shave the mustache, Dom.
Man. But I can see maybe the Wyatt family on.
Is there a specific motivation as to why that might happen?
Do the Wyatts have to have motivation?
I think they have a motivation. Yeah. I think that their story is taking in the broken and empowering them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to side rail Bad Blood, but if you look at the characters in the Wyatt Six, you have Dexter Lumis, who, in kayfabe did not have an opportunity, who was not showcased,
exactly.
Which looks amazing talent-wise now. Like, he's my favorite out of the Wyatt Six.
Okay.
With the dreads, they took all that time specifically so he can grow out his dreads. That's why it took so long for him to come out.
Serious? I didn't even know that, bro. I was about to say serious, bro.
You can't release the Wyatt 6. Dexter doesn't have his dreads yet.
Right.
All right.
Are
they 9 inches long?
You could have just
super
super
glued
glued it.
Debut them.
You could have just super glued it, bro.
Speaking of dreads, I liked the dreadlocks for Uncle Howdy more than the loose hair that they have. I don't like the hair. I like the dreads.
Dreads?
Yeah. If I were to grow my hair out again, before I cut it, I'm gonna do dreads, fetishes and all. I'm gonna go full Loomis on you.
Yeah, I've thought about it myself. My little hair here, but I've been told I'm a little bit too old for that now.
Hey, never let that inner child die. The second you let that inner child die, you might as well start digging your own grave.
Right.
Is what I always.
But yeah, that's exactly what I feel. I feel like you're gonna have interference.
Okay, so let's play off that. All right, Wyatt 6 comes out. Their motivation, at least. Okay, so would you agree that might be their motivation, just in general? Like if you look at their motivation is to take in the broken who have been left behind or trashed, and then to punish those who have taken advantage of those people. You saw that with American Made.
Oh.
Singling out Chad Gable because he betrayed his family. And I think Wyatt 6 is all about family. As twisted and dark as it is, they're all about family. So you see them punish them. I could see them beefing with the Judgment Day long term based off of because they claim their family,
and then
but they toss them out.
And then possibly that's what would cause Finn Balor to bring out the demon. Then you'd have Uncle Howdy.
Finn Balor demon. That would be nasty.
That would be. I think that would be cool
you're making my
because
heart race. I'm sweating.
I think that would be cool because that would be a big push for Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, I'm getting palpitate. Heart attack.
But then it would also be cool though. Then you got the storyline would even get even bigger because you got Jey Uso who's in this romantic thing with Mommy.
Is it really romantic though?
And honestly, let's be for real. When Uncle Howdy first started coming out, who was the person be like, "Hey, I ain't touching them." And who was it? It was Jey Uso.
Yeah.
So you come out, save Mommy, then you got your beef with Judgment Day.
We'll see.
Man, that would
I
be
wouldn't
so
fight
crazy,
it.
bro.
I wouldn't fight it. I would love to see Wyatt 6 take on Judgment Day. I think it'd be a big push for both of them, just with the hype all that Wyatt 6 comes with, and then Wyatt 6 will get pushed because Judgment Day is just
Judgment Day.
so hated. Yeah. So you have Mommy for winning.
Yeah, I think she's gonna.
We derailed, but I really liked where that went.
It's always good to have your own personal storylines. Thinking, hey, that could happen.
Fantasy booking, man.
Right. So WWE, hit me up.
Just don't forget about the lowly people when you make it. All right, so you got Mommy. I think Liv's gonna win. I think that to the same degree, I don't think Mommy needs a win, and I think we need more reason to hate the Judgment Day.
Could see that, yeah.
And I don't think that her revenge tour is over. I think they're just gonna expand. And she's just so great as like a heel, because I love when she does her laugh. Whenever she says something,
she looks so goofy, bro.
It's like, shut up, Rhea.
That face is so goofy,
dude,
bro.
So funny, dude. So funny. Yeah, I've got Liv. You got Mommy. All right. I really don't know where to go here from the rest of the card because I feel like both matches I'm excited about, but I'm excited about them for different reasons. I'll let you choose the next match you want to talk about.
Matt, before we go into the one that I think, let's go ahead and talk about the Hell in a Cell match.
Is there anything else that you want to get to before we talked about the last two matches?
No, I mean, like I said, other than that, I mean, like I said, I think that's what's going on. I mean, you got local wrestling, so we'll talk about that later on if you want.
Yeah, we can do that. All right. Go ahead.
Hell in a Cell. Who we got? Hell in a Cell, we got another match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
The history here is definitely bad. Bad blood. There's definitely bad blood between the two.
Oh yeah, it's a perfect PLE for both of them. To tell you the truth, man.
Man. So what explain Hell in a Cell. I'm a new viewer. I'm coming into wrestling. What is Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell. It's pretty much a anything goes match inside the ring.
So you can use
surrounded
weapons?
if they're there.
So, are there countouts?
No countouts.
So, are there submissions?
You can submit.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So the way to win is by submission or
submission
pinfall.
or pinfall. Anything goes pretty much. And I've seen some crazy Hell in a Cell matches.
Well, I mean, the original was awesome. Undertaker and Shawn with the debut of Kane.
Undertaker Shane, bro.
Oh, yeah. If we're talking about bump masters in the WWE, Shane McMahon is
Shane
the
O'Mac,
bump
bro.
master. If I were to be a wrestler, I'd want to be the Shane McMahon.
Right.
I'd want to take the craziest bump. I want people to look back like, do you remember when Alex took a Cody cutter or just took like an RKO off of the Hell in a Cell into the table? Like, that would be...
Bro, I was at the table ladders chairs match that he jumped off of the top of the Titantron, bro.
There's so... I can't even remember them all because there's so many.
I remember, I talk about Shane O'Mac. I remember he was talking about his match against Kurt Angle at King of the Ring. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Mm-mm.
So if anybody knows Kurt Angle, he's known for what?
Perk?
For his
German suplex.
German suplexes.
Yeah.
He went down the line, German suplexing Shane O'Mac through the glass. And not only did he go through the glass the first time, he literally had to push him through the glass 2 times.
Because it didn't break.
Because it didn't break.
Yeah.
And you talk about,
I bet Shane was like, damn it.
bro, how can you take that pain, bro?
Shane O'Mac, baby.
But yeah, so like I said, if you really want to look into the Hell in a Cell matches,
There's some good ones out
there's
there.
some real good ones,
There's
bro.
some good ones. My favorite is the Shawn Michaels Undertaker with the Kane debut.
Oh, where Kane came on, broke
Yeah.
the door.
When Paul Bearer, Undertaker,
Your brother
died in a fire. You murdered your parents.
Yeah, that was an amazing match.
Yeah, dude, goosebumps. But yeah, so Hell in a Cell, lots of rich history there. Lots of bad history with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. We had the last one, which was the rope or the
Cowbell. There you go.
What is it? The cow. The strap match. Strap match.
Cowbell is Cody Rhodes and
Wrong universe. No, yeah. So this beef has been going on for a long time, and I feel like they've done a really good job of really building it up. And I cannot tell for the life of me if their beef is for real or not.
I know, man. Sometimes it feels like it's straight up legit, man.
Yeah.
It's like
I've heard wrestlers say that the backstage environment has never been healthier. So that leads me to believe that everyone is cool, because I don't think if they were beefing that hard that it would be healthy. You know what I mean? But in the same degree, they sell it so good. I really cannot tell. Like, usually you can just tell, like,
I mean,
this is
Drew's selling it hardcore, bro.
yeah. I mean, so does CM Punk. That's the thing, is that like they both sell it and they make it seem like they really just don't like each other.
You know, taking his bracelet away.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even not even talking about that, like just the way that they talk about each other. Like if you listen to them on interviews, like I cannot tell. Like they sell it so good, and it's not even like CM Punk, because I expect that from CM Punk's character, but like Drew, like I just genuinely cannot tell if he doesn't like him or not. Like I really cannot tell, which is why like this is so good to me, and it just means like maybe they really hate each other and they're just being professionals, which I respect.
Yeah.
But maybe they really love each other and they're playing a good role, which I respect. Either way, I respect it either way. I just cannot tell, and that's what like interests me about this feud, is because I just can't tell if it's kayfabe or if they're shooting.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the best things about wrestling that's hard to engage in nowadays with social media, and you catch people slipping, like giving high fives to another wrestler, and they post it on, you know, whatever social media platform, like, oh, they really are friends. But like they have played their role outside of TV and into social media which has to be tiring or exhausting, or you really don't like the guy.
Right? Like when you're out there, when you're at home, like, hey, bro, how you doing? You good? You ready? You ready for the match?
It's hard to tell, which is why I like it. Do you think they really like each other?
I mean, it's hard to tell, bro. I mean, like I said, I've seen some of their interviews or even some of the camera, like TikToks that people are just catching them out, out in the streets and getting their autographs, and some people are out there like, hey man, sign this, and people are like, say, F CM Punk, and he's out there autographing that.
Yeah,
CM Punk's doing the same thing. It's hard to believe or not.
Yeah, I feel like if I had a best friend. Not even a best friend, but like a good friend that you wrestled with, that you worked with, like as guys, that they go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, oh, expletive, you expletive. It's like they're doing it all the time, and they're on like a grand stage doing it. So I imagine if they do like each other, this is all fun. So like, yo, you want me to sign FCM Punk? Yeah, I'll do that. That's funny. And CM Punk's probably like, you bastard, I'm going to get you back.
Right.
Like trying to top each other. So if they like each other, I'm sure they're having fun. They're selling it, which is, like, because I can't tell. Every aspect of this, whether it's shooting or kayfabe, I am liking
It's like he does the autograph and everything. He leaves texting me, bro. Which you get a kick out of what I just did. I got you. I got you next. You're next, tag.
Who do you think wins?
Man, it's a tough call. Something in me says Drew McIntyre, but everybody knows what the fans want. CM Punk. So you really can't, I don't think you can give a loss to CM Punk.
No, I think that CM Punk will probably win. Probably for everything that you just said. I want McIntyre to win. I feel like a lot of people, and I might be misseeing this, but I feel like McIntyre's not getting the credit where credit is due. I love McIntyre. I know you've stated you don't really appreciate his style in the ring.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah. First, I was like that. Don't get me wrong. I was like, man, this dude's boring me, man. But like I said, he's put in 110, 120, 130% in this whole Rival, which is like very interesting.
Right.
And it's not like one of the other stuff that he's had before, where it's like, it kind of watered down. And
yeah.
No, like I said, if this is legit real, bro.
Like, I don't think they actually want to kill each other, but like maybe they don't like each other, but have a mutual respect for the love of the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And I think where like I said, where the storyline probably plays off of is with everything that followed CM Punk to WWE. With the way AEW pretty much threw out his character, as a dude, nobody wants to work with you, nobody hates you, so hey, let's continue that.
He just played that WWE though. And I mean, he was the guy who fought the system whenever he was with WWE.
Exactly.
Like down to the leaving after Cena and all that. So, I mean, he plays that role good, or he plays it well, and that's just like his entire persona. Is like the straight edge hardcore kid, like that's gonna fight the system.
Yeah, and like I said, that's why I think personally, that's why I think he'll win, because he's a fan favorite. But like what I want to see. Let me tell you what I want to see in this whole
fantasy book it, dog.
Exactly, bro. I want to see CM Punk win, then turn heel.
Yes,
and go back to Team Heyman.
Okay. I want more heels. I want more
That's what I want to see. That
I want to see heels.
Because personally, man, I love that CM Punk, the heel CM Punk. That's what I liked.
Yeah, just
right now
running
like,
renegade.
Right now it's like
we might get it closer to Netflix when he's able to say what he wants to say. But a heel CM Punk, I like it. I think I might. As an adult, as a kid, I like the baby faces. Because you're a kid and you think that the world is like good. And then when you're an adult, there's something about, and maybe it's just me because I feel like I try to live every day as a good person, and then I get some sort of enjoyment out of a villain.
Yeah.
Because you kind of like live vicariously through them, not in a way that I want to be an evil person, but like there's just like,
But I think you're also correct. I think you're also correct on that they'll probably drag it off a little bit and wait till a little bit towards Netflix era. I'm gonna start calling it Netflix era.
The Netflix era.
But I think that's probably what'll happen, and I can't wait for that. To tell you the truth,
it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, because That CM Punk was raw, bro.
Yeah. No, it'll be good. I'm going to say Drew's going to win.
You gotta go for Drew.
I'm going to say Drew's going to win.
I got CM Punk.
So CM Punk wins. What does CM Punk do now? Because the feud is officially over, according to Adam Pearce. What does CM Punk do now? Day one after Bad Blood. After blood was spilled upon the mat, CM Punk rises, victorious.
I think he starts to go shooting for the belt, bro.
You think so? Because what's the next pay-per-view? It's going to be Survivor Series, right? That'd be a good. You know what? Let's save that because I want to talk post Bad Blood into Survivor Series after we conclude the card. We'll go live with it. Okay, so we'll talk day one after Bad Blood into Survivor Series for what is to come. So you got Punk, I've got Drew. Do you think there will be blood?
Of course.
How much blood?
That's going to depend on where the match lands. If that's the very last match, there's going to be blood. There's going to be blood all over the place. If it lands last.
Yeah. Is the Hell in a Cell the one with the cage over the top? Like it's not a convertible cage? Gotcha.
There's no...
So you can leave the cage. It doesn't necessarily...
If you're able to break the door, you're able to climb it and go to the top.
But leaving the cage doesn't make you the victor. You have to win by pin.
No. You got to win by pin or submission.
So what is the point of the cage then? Aesthetics?
Pretty much, yeah, I would say.
Okay.
I just think it makes it...
You think they're going to make it on top of the cage, both of them?
Man, bro.
Those guys are not small guys. So
if it does, I tell you what, if it goes to the top...
CM Punk said he would die for this.
So if they go to the top, I'm gonna say Drew goes through the cage.
Poor Drew.
Only being because Drew does not have any solid move that'll drive someone. Right. CM Punk's does.
They go to sleep.
Well, all he has to do, he forget the knee part. He just throws them on there. All you gotta do is hit that one soft spot.
There's no way they're doing that. There is absolutely no way they're doing that. Do I want to see it for my own selfish reasons and risk the health of the wrestlers? Sure, because that's the rabid fan in me. But I would hate that as a person. Like, I would hate for someone to go through that cage like that. Like, oh, God, I like you.
Okay, well, maybe not through the cage. What if he just tosses them
off the cage?
Off the cage on top of the table.
Not happening, bro. This era of WWE, no one is getting thrown off a cage.
No. Man.
No.
I would love it.
I was surprised to see on last War Games, Io Sky become trash can bomb off the... Do you know what I mean? Like, I was surprised to see someone jump off the cage. Because I was like, they definitely have taken a conservative route, for the best reasons to look out for their performers and their athletes. But do you think that if, like, CM Punk was backstage saying, all right, Paul, I'm willing to take a bump off the cage. Can we do that? Like, do you think they let them do that?
Drew? Yes.
Or Drew,
yes. Because Drew's healthy. I mean, I don't think he's as bad as CM Punk.
Drew is our age, bro.
Yeah,
he's
but
like 38.
CM Punk probably has more injuries in him than Drew, bro. So I would see... It's
not happening. I would like to see it happen, but it's not happening.
All right, I want to make sure you text me when you see that. You're like, you're right.
You're right, damn it. All right.
I mean, because it's a Hell in a Cell. You can't baby the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, and that's my thing too. It's like, if you're gonna do Hell in a Cell, you better make it something, because that's a gimmick that has a lineage. There needs to be something crazy, and that's what I'm hoping for. I think my biggest fear with this match is that it doesn't live up to its hype. If this is the finale, let it go out in a supernova.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they've hated each other. And maybe they've been taking it easy.
Man, you know what would be sick? Back to my little story making up things, bro.
Fantasy booking.
Right? Fantasy booking. Man, to see Paul Heyman run down there with maybe some more ECW wrestlers, man, like Rod Van Dam or somebody, bro. That would be so amazing, bro. Just to see ECW, man, be around CM Punk. That'd be wild, bro.
Paul's too wrapped up in the bloodline.
Man, we haven't seen Paul in a while, so
I don't know. All right. Okay. the last match, we have the Universal WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes, and the original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, going against the Bloodline 2.0. Put your ones down, hurry. We have the Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa. Oh, got him. No.
Hey, that's not my Tribal Chief.
That's not my Tribal Chief. What do you think is going to happen? Give me your play-by-play leading into your victory. Who you think is going to win?
I feel that,
and you can set up with any previous history leading up to if you need to set the stage.
I would probably have to go with saying that Cody and Roman are going to win. Cody's going to be the person who pins whoever he's going to pin.
Okay.
Who do I think he's going to be? He'll probably be Solo, because I don't see anybody foresee.
Nah, we got to keep Fatu strong.
Jacob? No. Nobody pins Jacob, bro.
Nobody.
And maybe Roman takes care of Jacob outside of the ring.
Okay.
And after he takes care of him, whatever, Cody's too busy taking care of, Solo.
Taking care of me and like they're brawling?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Roman has to leave to take care of the other bloodline towards backstage.
Tamatanga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards backstage. And I see Cody winning, but I would have to say, as much as people are probably going to hate me for saying this.
No, dude. Do it. Fantasy book it.
There's going to be a new bloodline member. Don't know who yet.
I mean, there's a couple.
There's a whole
signed.
family, bro.
Well, I mean, there's been people that signed.
So there's been a few of them that signed. So which one is going to be? I don't know. But I just feel like this is going to be.
Who has signed?
I think it was, who was it that signed? Man, dude, I forgot what his name is.
It's all good. So you think that there's going to be a new
There's going to be a new bloodline member, which will cause everything to lead up to the Survivor Series match, where it'll be Team Roman versus Team Solo. Who's going to be on Team Roman? I think you'll see the return of Jimmy.
Please give me Jimmy.
I hope, I really do hope it's a return of Jimmy. Right. And then I think you'll see Jimmy probably trying to recruit Jay. Say, hey, bro, let's do this again.
I don't think it'll take much.
But we'll see. But who would be the fourth member? There's rumors saying, well, let's get Sami Zayn involved.
No, dude. It's
really
going
hope
to be blood.
I really hope it's
gonna
not.
Be blood. It's going to be Samoan blood in there.
But I am hoping that it'd be another Samoan.
I could see them going Honorary Uce on that one, which to me would just be like, what are y'all doing? No. Like that's over.
So I mean that's what I think is gonna happen. I think Solo will lose only because Cody's gonna pin him, and then of course you'll see the new bloodline member. What do you think?
All right,
go ahead. Story time.
All right, fantasy booking. So over the past 2 weeks, I put out 2 ClashCast shorts on my social media, on TikTok and on Instagram. The first. Well, so the first one, this is what I think is going to happen. Okay, so I think that we are starting to see a discourse cracks in the foundation between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. With Bash at Berlin, we saw Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. Even before that match, we saw Kevin Owens maybe feeling tempted to maybe going back to that old KO way where he just stuns everyone, hits he doesn't, the Stone Cold attitude. Don't trust anyone. I'm here for me. If you don't like it, you're in my way, you're going to get demolished kind of way. WWE has been putting that out there. And even until that last SmackDown, you see Kevin Owens still showing aggression. Mm-hmm. Okay? I believe that the WWE, and I'm kind of going over what I've already said in the ClashCast shorts that I put out, but this is kind of just have longer time to go over it. I believe that WWE is using Kevin Owens as a red herring, using him as a distraction from something else that is going on. We have seen in the past that Randy Orton is someone that is a snake. Think about what a snake is. There's an old parable. I'm sorry to derail again. Of a man in the woods he's hiking, he's in the wilderness, and he finds a snake that is injured. And the man picks up the snake and he says, "Hey, like, you need some help." And the snake is like, "Why would you help me? I'm a snake." He was like, "Well," the man says, "Well, you're in need. I see that you're injured. I want to nurse you and get you back to health." And he's like, "You shouldn't do that. I'm a snake." And so the man was like, "No, let me show you my good heart and take you in." So he's camping in the tent and he's nursing the snake back to health. The next day, the snake is getting better, but still is not able to do what a snake does. And so the snake is like, "Still, you take care of me. Why do you take care of me?" He's like, "Because I want to show you my good nature. I want to take care of you." He goes to sleep and he wakes up in the morning, but before he can move, he feels pricks in his arm. He looks over. The snake has bit him in the arm. He's shooting venom into his arm, and the man is now dying. And so the snake releases his grip, and the man is like, "Why did you do this? I nursed you. I took care of you." He was like, I'm a snake. I asked you the question on the first day why you would take care of me. I told you I was a snake. On the second day of you nursing me, I asked again why you're taking care of me. I'm a snake. He's like, I gave you, my nature as a snake. You are a fool. And so the snake leaves. It's probably like a rough way of how that parable goes, but it's basically the same story. You don't trust a snake. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Some things you can't run and, mend over a good heart. Give that being said, I don't think that this was the intention of WWE using that parable, but I think about that parable a lot when I think of RKO. You see on his merchandise the snake. He's the viper. You know what I mean? Randy Orton has shown in some backstage clips months ago that he was looking over at the WWE title. Nothing crazy Easter egg saying that he was going to do anything. Mm-hmm. He has said multiple times that I have your back. He is the only one that hasn't shown any physical posturing or aggression towards Cody Rhodes. But if we go back and look at the history between Randy Orton and the Bloodline is the reason why Randy Orton was injured, whether that was like a shoot for real or if it's kayfabe. He was out for an injury because of who?
Exactly.
The Bloodline. If anyone has any real motivation to not trust the Bloodline or not trust anyone who aligns with the Bloodline for whatever cause they might deem admirable, it's going to be Randy. Kevin Owens has the attitude of, I believe, like a teenager who is just like will show physical aggression but next minute might just be okay. He doesn't really have any ulterior motives other than like for himself. Randy Orton is a cerebral man who will sit and wait to strike like a snake. With that being said, going into the match, everyone is thinking Kevin Owens is going to betray Cody Rhodes. People have even thrown out Sami Zayn is going to betray Cody Rhodes. Sami Zayn has too good of a heart. I don't see him doing that.
Yeah, I don't see Sami Zayn doing that.
Randy Orton is going to betray Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton is going to RKO Cody Rhodes at Bad Blood. Roman and Cody are going to lose that tag match. The Bloodline 2.0 is going to win. You might see other Bloodline members come out, but I think that Solo and Fatu are going to win. This is going to give reason for Roman Reigns to really get revenge on the civil war that is going to occur at Survivor Series. Jey Uso, now bringing gold back to the Bloodline, not world or universal, but gold nonetheless, gives the old Bloodline power in a metaphoric sense that he has a belt.
Yeah.
I think it's enough for Roman and maybe be the catalyst for Jey to come back, assuming that Jey's healthy with all these rumors floating the internet. So I think we'll see Jey, we'll see Jimmy and Roman. I don't know how it would happen, but I think they'll come together. That's going to be them versus the Bloodline 2.0. Now they have 4 members, and they will have 3. So the big discussion here is who is going to join Roman, Jey, and Jimmy. It could be another Bloodline member. I hope it's not Honorary Uce. All due respect to Sami Zayn. I don't think that that's the story that needs to be played. I want to see Zoe Fatu, bro.
I would love to see that too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would.
But that's basically how I think that match is going to go. I think that they'll have the upper hand. I think it's going to be a banger match. I think that Cody Rhodes is going to get betrayed, and it's going to cost them the match. It'll cause animosity between Roman and Cody. It'll also cause animosity between Cody and Randy. So here's the thing. People have been talking about Survivor Series War Games and saying, okay, well, how does Cody, as a Universal Champion, the face of the company, stay relevant? Well, the way to do that is to book him against somebody at a major PLE, like Survivor Series, against someone who is relevant. And if we get the betrayal at Bad Blood, that's going to be hot going into Survivor Series. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. That gives us a banger match for the Universal Championship. That we have War Games with the Bloodline. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay. Book it. Book it.
I had a lot of time to think about that. That's what I think is going to happen.
I hope you're listening to this, Paul.
It may not happen, but I think that's my big prediction that's been brewing over the past couple weeks with this match.
Whatever the bottom line is, whatever the outcome is, Bad Blood is going to lead into Survivor Series War Game.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line of it. I mean, regardless to it's like I said, my story, your story, it's going to be something that's big. And that's why I say the Drew CM Punk match may be second to last match. Then you're gonna end up with this.
I would think that's gonna be the headline.
I would love to see more of the CM Punk at the end, but we'll see how that plays off and everything. So.
Yeah,
good story.
I think that Hell in a Cell should be the last match though, because I feel like there's gonna be blood in that match.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like that should be the last one. Like, how do you raise the cage and then have all this blood on the match? I'm like, okay, go out there, boys.
Then you're going to have someone complain, too much blood, too much blood.
No, bring the blood back. It's bad blood. Okay, so we've concluded the card predictions. You want to talk about Road to Survivor Series real quick, or do you have any last thoughts?
No, we can go on.
I think I've said what I needed to say about going into Survivor Series. I
Like I said, I feel the same way. No doubt about it. I know we're jumping way ahead because we still got what after Bad Blood is Survivor Series.
Yeah, it has to. I think so. It's November. Yeah,
man, this year's going by fast.
Too fast.
So fast. We were talking about it just right now. We were talking about how WWE Raw's coming to Houston, and that's going to be the last Raw.
I don't know if I can make it.
TV. After that, it goes to the Netflix era.
It's going to be the first Raw I missed since getting back into wrestling.
So, but yeah, I totally agree. Something big has to happen here at Bad Blood to lead into Survivor Series and just make Survivor Series what it is.
Yeah,
always has to.
Yeah,
and I just hope that it'll lead to something big. And I agree with you. I would love to see Zeta join Roman and them, but the main thing of that though is the hard part I see is
I just don't know what contracts that Zoe Fatu has.
Well, it's not that. It's just Zeta and Jacob. They've always been a team. They've always been a team. So that's where it's kind of hard for me to see some stuff.
Maybe you go in thinking that Zilla's been on Roman's side and you see betrayal again. Because I don't think, because even if at Survivor Series and War Games with the Bloodline, even after that, I don't think that the Bloodline story is over.
Oh yeah, no,
The Rock is coming back.
There's just too many of them.
Well, The Rock is coming back. When The Rock comes back and gets involved, that'll be their premiere, and I think that's going to be the end.
Do you think it'll be The Rock against Roman? That's good.
Yeah, that has to be it. I think
everybody
at some
wants
point,
to see that. Everybody.
Well, no, I feel like that's gonna be it. I think that Rock is gonna align himself. He's adopted the heel, right? People love him because he's The Rock, but his character is a heel. Like, he's gonna align himself. I don't even want to say he's gonna align himself with Solo. I think that what's gonna happen is that at War Games, Roman's team is gonna win, and then The Rock is gonna get involved and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, we'll bleep that out. What is going on? And he's gonna get involved and be like, I am the tribal chief.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or he'll do something. it's gonna cause friction between Roman and The Rock. But that's so far ahead. I have no idea where it's gonna go.
There's that, and I mean, I've also heard the rumors of. I know once again we're jumping ahead of time. The rumors of who's John Cena's final match gonna be.
CM Punk.
You think?
Yeah.
There's rumors he's gonna be Braun Breaker.
Last one. So I guess we'll close out the card predictions and start getting into other wrestling conversations. I don't like that Braun Breaker went face so quickly. I think he should have rode that dark horse a little longer. He didn't have to he didn't have to keep the belt to be a heel.
But what if that's just a cover up?
Could be.
I mean, he's a part of the Scott Steiner family, man.
Steiners. Yeah.
I mean, I can see him just maybe using that to maybe get that rematch.
Yeah.
But then I don't see him taking that belt away from Jay anytime soon either. So,
nah, he's gonna hold it for a little bit. He's gonna hold it for a couple PLEs. I'm excited to see Jay do his thing. For a moment there on Raw, when he was talking about Finn, did you watch that? His little promo?
Yeah.
For a minute there, I thought Jimmy was gonna come out. I never thought about it. I never thought about it until I was watching. I was like, oh no, he's talking about family. Like, is Jimmy gonna come out?
Yeah, I so felt that way too. I was like, I was
getting goosebumps.
I was like, here comes Jimmy. It was either gonna be Jimmy or I was thinking maybe Rikishi was gonna show up, bro. His dad. I really thought his dad or someone was gonna show up. But but yeah.
Yeah, I thought Jimmy was coming back. Who else we talking?
But like I say,
Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. Those have been banger matches.
Yeah, it's been amazing matches.
I love LA Knight's shirt with him as George Washington on the boat as the United States champion. Like, what a badass shirt. Like, what?
Oh, man.
What else is, like, really good with WWE right now? I really want to see Dom, like, I don't ask him for a beat face. I want to see him in more matches. I feel like when he did the Destroyer on the apron that one time, I was like, this dude has it. Let him run.
Yeah.
Like, let him run. Like, put him with people like, obviously not Andrade because he's on SmackDown, but put him with people who wrestle like that. Like, the dude's got talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know this so early and he's got so much room to grow. But I'm just like, man. What year do you think Dom will be face?
I say give him another year.
You think that soon?
I think I'll give him another year. And I think at that point, we won't have Judgment Day anymore. They have to break him up somehow, some way. Finn can only be so much of a stable.
Say again?
I think Finn can only be so much of a stable.
Yeah, and that's why I think Finn needs to win. He needs win over Priest because they need to keep Judgment Day relevant.
I mean, because who else we got? We got Carlito, bro. And then JD, bro.
JD's talented. Like when
you're a JD fan?
I am. I'm a fan of his work, his in-ring work. That's all I'll say. He's definitely talented. We're gonna see a huge breakout with JD McDonough for sure. Couple years maybe, but he's definitely talented, a wrestler for sure. Which goes back to the whole thing where it's like you put a veteran wrestler with younger, less experienced wrestlers, less experienced in regard to they don't have enough. I'm not saying that they're less experienced or beneath anyone, but like it's always like any job you have, you get put with a mentor. Yeah. They kind of show you the ropes, they train you. They're your mentor. Like, hey, you did this good. I think that's what they do, and that's Finn Balor's role right now.
Yeah,
and I don't necessarily think that Finn Balor has a problem with that. I mean, he's not putting his body on the line. Dude's like 45 years old. He's not throwing his body out there. He's relevant as a name. They're putting him in story. Like, it's like the perfect position for that person at that age to be in.
Yeah.
To be put into a story match with, like, for instance, with him and Damian Priest. You get to have those bangers, but then throttle back and, like, take care of your body, still train, be that mentor for those younger wrestlers. Mm-hmm. And I just know he's having a blast.
Yeah, because, I mean, if they choose somebody like that, to be around somebody like Finn, and Carlito's, he's a vet too as well. But I see Carlito more of a he can do some promos. He's done promos.
Yeah.
So you
I don't get to see him wrestle that much, so it's hard for me to determine like his style of wrestling because he doesn't get like a lot of.
It is lucha. It's lucha.
He's a big lucha.
But
I would hate to see someone like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I remember seeing him too, man, back in the days when he first started. I'm thinking in the back of my head, he was a knockoff Razor Ramon.
Can't even do the. He'll always be Scott Hall to me. There you go. Oh man, what another great.
But yeah, I mean, I can see, like I said, the breakup of the Judgment Day, and we'll see what happens from there. And then, of course, Dominic's going to have no other choice but to, and probably by then, the whole Liv and him will probably be over with as well.
After this Saturday?
The whole breakup thing of later on of Judgment Day. Because I don't see Liv being a part of that too much.
How do you see Dom becoming face? Like, is there a mechanic you see, like, happen, like, being the catalyst of how he becomes face?
Maybe him being the reason that Judgment Day breaks up.
Okay. I think that, but defending his dad. I think it'll come full circle defending his dad.
Okay.
I think it'll come to a point where he, like, wakes up and, like, defends his dad. Because I feel like, I don't know your relationship with, your parents, but I know that, like, for me, I had, like, a really rebellious time when I was a teenager. But I always, when I came back and made things right, I'm sure as a parent that meant a lot. And even if you're looking at the scope of, like, that being a story, I think that'll mean a lot. And I think that will really push him as a face.
I can see that happening. And then, of course, with that happening and that being the last of Rey Mysterio, because...
Yeah, like, I think that will be his farewell.
That's the storybook ending, pretty much.
Yeah, for any father.
For him.
Yeah.
I can see that happening, probably. Like, but when? No, I
think he's got years for that.
Within a year, so yeah. Because I can see right now Rey Mysterio is pretty much doing the same thing Finn Balor is with LWO. He has all these guys underneath his wing.
Yeah.
And he's taking them as well. So yeah. I personally think that's why factions are made. Because, I mean, you got people like we said earlier, Randy Orton came out with Legacy.
Yeah.
He had Ric Flair, Triple H, and Batista.
Like, what a...
So, like...
That team was... Like, that's like... Rushmore status. Like, all of them could easily be on any given Hoosier, Mount Rushmore wrestling.
Right.
Every single name.
Yeah. And then, like I said, of course, the whole betrayal is what made him blow up after that. So
he's a snake. Shouldn't trust a snake.
But then who else we had? Was it Cody Rhodes? No, it wasn't Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was in something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was actually with Randy Orton.
Yeah, he was a part of the new Legacy, right?
Yeah.
It was him and
that's why the history goes back. That's why I think that if there's a betrayal, I mean, it's going to mean something. It'll mean something now because, they're supposed to be friends. But for those that have been watching it for decades, understand that there's a history there.
Yeah. Back in the day when Cody didn't have... Well,
you remember when he used to put paper bags on people?
Bro, you remember when he had that mask because they broke his nose?
I'm not beautiful anymore. I don't know. I actually missed the entire aggression era. I got out, I think when Stone Cold was not getting too involved is when I kind of fizzled out. He really was my favorite. And then Triple H too. But I missed that whole thing. I had to go back and watch all the pay-per-views in order. I don't know if I can do every week episode, but go back and watch the pay-per-views. But because I know that there's probably a lot that I missed out on.
Yeah, we were.
I missed out on all of CM Punk. Missed out on all of John Cena, which is why I don't have a huge.
Or you didn't miss too much about John Cena. Trust me.
No.
I mean, some of the stuff you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, how did they pick this guy? Because I mean, he went from being Mr. Ruthless Aggression to rapping. We were talking about that the other day at work because one of the guys was talking about how he's just now into wrestling. And I'm sorry, Tim. Who was it? One of the security guard guys. He said he talks to you every once in a while too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, every Monday before I get off, he's swapping it to Raw, and I can all the people you get some people out there in the lobby they're like, oh yeah, and I'm like, damn dude, people watch this stuff, man.
Yeah, we were talking about all that. We're like, man, it was like, dude, why? Actually, I posted that up on my Facebook a couple of days ago because I was watching once again the documentary on Vince McMahon, and they showed the scene of John Cena coming out in the cool Astros jersey.
Oh yeah,
and he was rapping, and I was like, I was there. I remember everything he said. I was there. I was like, but man, yeah, John Cena, he's gone a long way. He's gone a long way.
He seems like a really genuine guy too, like a really nice guy. Like if you had a flat tire and he drove by, he would pull over and help you change a tire. Like he seems like that genuine of a guy. He comes off that way.
Then you're like, can you sign my tire?
No, dude, I'd be so scared to ask. Like when you hear the stories of like, you know, when wrestlers like, please don't approach me in the airport and, you know, asking for autographs and stuff. Like, I don't even think I could ask anyone for an autograph. Like, I'd be so like just scared to ask them. Like, I'd see them and be like, respect. Like we were at the Texans game. I saw Andre Johnson. He was just at there at like the little club bar, and I was like, oh, respect, dude. And he was like he wasn't enthused at all. Like he gets it all day. What else you want to talk about for WWE?
Oh man, like I said, we're just getting ready. Next couple of months, getting ready to go to Netflix there.
It's gonna be wild.
So I really can't wait for that. To tell you the truth, because I don't know what to expect. Because it's Netflix, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna. You never know. You never know. I think it's definitely gonna ramp up aggression style. Hell yeah.
So,
well, thanks for coming by, dude.
For sure, man. Like I said, other than that, what I did want to say real quick, man, is if I'm only saying this because my boy, I talked to him the other day. As you see, I'm wearing the Riot Wrestling T-shirt. If you live in Houston, if you Santa Fe, League City, Galveston, they got a show coming up on October.
What's that date?
Let me tell you what that date is real quick. Because I've been trying to get you to go out to the show, bro. Let's see here. We got October 19th.
You talking about Christian?
They're going to be there at the, it's going to be at the Santa Fe Fire Department.
All right, right on.
So, you got to go out there. I'll send you the flyer and you can probably post it up, whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah. I've gone to two independent wrestling shows recently, and I have to say the energy is raw.
Well,
It's
you know, and that goes
crazy.
back to your question earlier. You know, like I said, I know we were cutting up, but you know, you said what should anybody who's getting into wrestling do? And check out your independent scenes.
Yeah.
No doubt about that, because you know, yeah, we talk about WWE, AEW, you know, TNA, all that stuff, but your local wrestling, man, you gotta go promote these guys, because these are the guys that you will see in the future. You know,
and it's kind of like people don't, you know, wrestling is an instance of this, but like people don't really understand it until you go.
Exactly.
Like even if you're not a fan, you go, you're like, holy shit, like that was wild, because you get in there, you feel it, you get amped with the pace of the match, and then like, oh, this guy's a bad guy. Like you get into it. You know what I mean? Like it's a completely different experience.
It goes like to the wrestlers, like you said. We talked about Zila Fatu. He's out there in reality of wrestling with Booker T. Man, guy that you want to check out. I've been telling you we need to get him on the show. Chris Carter.
Come on now, Chris.
Man, actually, I've been talking to him because he's actually been down to Guatemala. He's in Mexico and stuff like that right now.
Doing the thing,
man. Blowing up on the scene and doing crazy things. Talk about the change.
Chris, come on down, bro.
We got the boy Diego de la Cruz from La Familia. Like I said, I've been trying to tell you about him as well. They just had a show this weekend, and I think they tore it up. Man, they got so many other wrestlers, man. They're just blowing up. If you guys come see them in the next couple months and years, you'll see them. Perfect example, man. Our boy Brian Keith. Yeah, he started off.
Come on, Brian Keith.
Reality of wrestling.
Come on
man.
down to the Nerd Companion, bro.
He's at AEW now, man, hanging out with Chris Jericho.
The learning tree. Teach me something. Bad Apple, teach me something, man.
So yes, man, check out your local wrestling, man. Like I said, here in Houston, we got Riot. We got the ones that you want to go check out. You know, we have Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Texas, something out in Pasadena.
It's a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Honestly, man, I personally, my view is I think Texas is taking over wrestling, man.
That's right, baby.
So if you're not from Texas, you don't know.
If you ain't Texas, you ain't.
But yeah, man, shout out to my boy Chevy and his partners out there in Riot Wrestling, because I can't wait for that show, to tell you the truth. They got the new champion that I told you about, Jay Davis, the Rock Weiler.
Yeah.
So you're in the area, man, go check it out. Support these guys, man, because they need your support.
And they work hard for it.
Oh, trust me, bro.
All the time, grinding.
like I told you, Chris Carter, man. Like I said, you've seen some of the stuff he does. That dude jumped off of a fire truck, bro. Just swanton dive to somebody. And in fact, I don't know if you saw the last clip from last month's paperweight where the dude just threw him right in front of me, in front of a chair.
Oh,
like he threw him right in the crowd, and they're like, "Get out of the way, bro!" I couldn't react. I was like,
You probably just like stunned.
I was like, and then the guy's like, "Hold on." I was like, "Did you get hit?" I was like, "No." They were like, it's funny.
Even if you did, like it's fun.
The crazy part is like they like I say it's in the front. This is inside of a fire department, bro. The ring's in the middle of the fire department, bro. Surrounded by chairs.
That's what's up, dude.
And bro, I think they broke like 10 chairs, bro.
The energy doesn't get better than that. You know what I mean? Like you go to these shows and you're in the moment. You're really screaming, "Holy!"
Man, the kid, I ain't gonna lie, the kids get into it. My kids get into it like crazy, man. My son Aaron and Ezra, they sit there with their phones like
trying to get it. Yeah.
But yeah, man, check out your local wrestlings, man. And like I said, hopefully with today, and like I said, we can hook up, man, do some more, get some of these guys out here so you can actually hear their stories, support them, and check them out. You know, I know I told you I'm trying to work on getting Zilla.
I wish, dude.
I'm gonna get him, bro.
That man's way too busy.
I'm gonna get him somehow, some way, man. You heard it here, bro. I'm gonna get you, man. Somehow, I'm gonna get you in here. Oh man,
that'd be crazy. I told my wife the possibility of getting him in there, and I was explaining who he was. She's like, "You better mow the yard. You better clean the house. Everything better be spot." I was like, "Okay, babe, chill. Like this is just a conversation." I
turned the studio to a green room, bro.
I was like, "Damn, step it up around here, man." Thanks for coming out, man.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Not a better person out here to shoot these cards with. Hopefully get you out here for more of them.
Oh, for sure,
I've been
man.
begging this man for months. He's always too busy.
The last thing that we did was what, WrestleMania?
Yeah,
I think
half a year ago. He loves to see somebody grovel and beg.
The last time it was like we were just on Spotify. That was it, bro. So.
Yeah, no camera. Now we get to catch the expressions.
Yeah, but bro, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, dude.
And okay, we'll get the next one for sure, man. And like I said, I love it, man.
Any plugs you want to get out?
Man, just shout outs to you, man, Nerd Companion, everybody who checks it out.
Appreciate it.
You know me, when I go out, I do videos. I always plug Nerd Companion, even if it's underground. You know how it is. I always send you the videos. So if you guys, some of these wrestlers, you'll see under his little section in Facebook, stuff like that. I said my shout outs to the boys from Riot Wrestling. And finally, of course, to my kids, Aaron and Ezra. I know they're going to love to see this on YouTube because they always talk about creating their own YouTube. And of course, for my beautiful girl Brenda, for allowing me to do this with you guys, because
hell yeah, you always got to get the bride's permission.
Always, bro, always. But
appreciate it, dude.
Hey,
thank you so much.
It's for the love of wrestling, baby.
Do it for the love of the game.
And hashtag wrestling is real.